water. So you're late.
I want to keep it to you.
You're welcome to the Deweyi Drive. It's unapologetically Ugandan, and my name is Jackie Deweyi, the doctor's daughter. Yes, and today's a very exciting episode. As you can see, I already get a powerful woman on that set. It's Money Thursdays, and this episode is really special. We will be talking about relocating. You know, when someone is relocating, it comes a lot to do with their finances, financial planning, and their career shifts, and their bills to be there. So today we have a powerful woman in business. I'll call her an African woman in business because she's African American, and now she lives right here in Africa. But so interesting that while she has moved to Tanzania, of course for love and other things that she'll tell us, we're doing this interview in Kampala live here in Uganda. Is that interesting?
Yes, it's very
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, Akila.
Hello.
And I love your name. You know that.
Yes.
So you're very welcome, Akila.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you on set, on the show. First of all, tell me, how is you experience in Uganda so far?
So far, my experience here in Uganda has been great, especially here at Mufapendo State.
Oh, yeah. She's a guest here at Mufapendo.
It's our favorite place here so far. And outside of that, I think we've been getting a lot of opportunities, good people we are meeting. Good ice cream we are eating. The universe is working in your favor. Yeah.
So I love that. So
nice.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I really interrupted you.
Yes,
but just to remind you, we are at the Mufapendo States. It's an Airbnb, and you can learn how to set up your own Airbnb. We can help you do the interior decor of that setup, and you can go, if you want to book Mufapendo Stays, you can go to Airbnb and search Mufapendo, or you can check that number on the screen, which is 772-987-442, and you can see that beautiful room. They can tell you that's how it looks exactly, right?
That's exactly.
Yeah, that's how beautiful it stays. It's not just for the camera, but that is how comfortable your stay will be, and we'll go all in above and beyond to make sure that your stay is memorable. And it's a shared space, so definitely we want you to have a good time. And of course, that's Airbnb hosting, co-hosting, and property consultation. The number is on the screen, 772-987-442. And then, of course, to thank our other partners on this site, we do have Building Experts Uganda. Now, Building Experts is interesting. You don't have to travel abroad, because now there's lots of trends in building. If you're looking for quality building materials, just visit Building Expert at Market Street, Nakasero, Capital Shoppers Plaza. They got you covered. They have plumbing materials, sanitary ware, tiles, adhesive, and anything you need. And you know, tiles, it will depend. They have all tribes of affordability according to your budget. They're a one-stop shopping center. Call 0754-515-855. I'll say the number again for you, 0754. I know that you did see it on the screen, but I'll say the number again for you. It actually left me really, really fast. But I'm going to get the number and I'm going to read it again. It's about to return to the screen, so we will go through this together. I haven't. So, yeah, anything building, these are the go-to guys. So I'm now waiting for the mobile number, and I will do this with you because sometimes the number on the screen does run really, really fast. Yes, there it is. 754-515-855 or 392, as in 0392. Just use the number that I gave you. And then going forward, my show, this show here, which is beautifully and professionally produced, is done by Clap Records. And the entire team at Clap Records is an expert at live streaming events like weddings, conferences, funerals, parties. These guys are getting married in Tanzania, and Clap Records can stream live from TZ to the entire family in the US and across the world. Everybody can watch and be present at the show. So you're getting the kind of thing. So call 0777-289-993. That is how you get to Clap Records. Any event, Kuyiriba, Kwanjira. That's our traditional wedding here. It's Kwanjira. Kuyiriba, what is it called in TZ? So far, what have you learned the word is?
Kuyiriba. I don't know.
Okay. 0777. I'll tell you. 0777-289-993. So now that you're getting married, you are engaged in Tanzania. Yes. There will be a traditional event before the wedding, which either you have already done or are yet to do, where the elders meet or just recognize your presence in the family.
Yes, so I think we have already done that one. That one is the engagement.
It's does it have a Tanzanian name, a local name? Swahili word?
No, I
Not
think in the
yet.
traditional sense that would be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I don't know.
Okay, no worries. Let's not go there.
But I know it's there. It's
You know, it's
definitely
yeah. You learn. You're now a higher wife.
When the one.
It's called mahari dowry.
Yes,
Yes.
when they pay the
Yes,
dowry.
the manager
wife.
on
Yes.
our co-producer on set today is Evodius her boo. So he's given us all the right words that we need to have. Thank you, producer.
Yes.
Co-producer is working with Stewart backstage to make sure that Boo here gets all the help she needs. Now you are a multi-talented person. You are into social media marketing. You're a digital marketer. You do makeup. What else do you? What don't you do? Just tell us about yourself, all right?
Yeah, so I do social media marketing. I have been doing that for almost probably 3 years now.
Okay.
Yes, I got into that because my dad, the company that he works with, is an organization for children and for the community, and it is like they asked me to help them with their social media. They didn't have Instagram. Yeah, they had Facebook, but no one was managing, so I started with them, and then from there I've grown with multiple clients and stuff. So. Yeah.
And still recruiting.
Yes, and still growing.
And I know as Africans we like to sometimes trust other people. Yeah, it's true because their training is maybe from where the technology comes from. They're usually ahead of us in the trends. So yeah, if you're looking to hire, you have an opportunity because with social media and digital marketing, all this person can work remotely from wherever, right? Exactly. That's a beauty. So I think I'll just go straight away. What was the biggest factor that made you want to relocate, like led to your decision to want to move from the land of dreams where everybody wants to go, and then you came to Africa and you moved to Tanzania?
Yes.
Tell me, what was
the biggest factor has to be, I think, racism. Everyone, I think, knows what racism is in concept. Yeah. Like in definition, like the dictionary definition, we know it. But it's different when you experience it. Is something that is very, I guess you could say now it's subtle, because the way in the beginning of the history of the country, it was very obvious that the racism was there. There was enslavement, all of these things. But now, because it's not something that is direct, it's a bit more subtle. But because we still cohabitate and coexist with white people, then the racism is subtle, but you feel it every day. So for me, I was like, I don't know, I don't like this for myself, but I was also thinking for my future children that I will have. I don't want them to feel
your parents
like that kind of thing. Yeah, so that was my main factor. There's other factors too, but
okay, we will get to know them. So have you experienced some culture differences between us here in Africa, especially in Tanzania where you are, and then of course in the US?
Yeah, so there's many. I think between Tanzania, which is a difference between Tanzania and Uganda, but I'll get to Uganda. But in Tanzania, the main difference is, for me, clothing. In Tanzania is not very they're very what is that word? Modest, but not only modest, but how do they say it? I can't remember the word, but different.
They're very careful with the way they present themselves.
Yeah, yes.
Their body representation. Yeah. You have to really be decent.
But they don't wear a lot of
open
clothes, yes, or tight clothes. Yeah, it's like that. So
you were surprised in your first time there. Did you want to dress like you're in the summer?
Yeah, so if you wear shorts, people look at you. If you wear a short skirt, people are looking at you.
You feel out of place
for me. Yeah, because I'm this is my normal clothing. I wear this every day, and now all of a sudden people are staring. So and then also the staring was new for me too.
Yeah, they kept staring because they're like, what's she putting on? She's clearly not from here.
And then also once they realize you're not from there, they'll also staring. So it is very different. Yeah. And I think this picture that's here on the screen was the first time I came to Tanzania.
Uh-huh.
This was at the Maasai village. They were telling us a story of the grandfather. I mean, not grandfather. This is the father. Story of him. He's about 80 or something like that. But he has a lot of children.
So you wanted to know how they survive. Who is that with you?
These are some of the other travelers.
That's what with you. Okay, you're all on a trip.
Next to me is Omar. He's one of our friends, and then the lady on the far end is Mama Swatara. She has relocated to Rwanda.
Oh, okay, everybody relocating.
Yeah, she's also from Detroit, like me. So
amazing. So you guys are representing Detroit in Africa, and that is amazing. Yeah. How are you preparing for the practical aspects of relocating, housing, visa, and all that?
So, the main things of finances. When I came here the first time. I went back home for about 8 months. I worked like a restaurant job, saved up. I had like a goal amount that I wanted to save, and then I came back. Based on the cost of living and stuff, of course, my fiance was able to help me
take care of business. That's how African men do.
They
take care of business.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And I think where you come from, it's like a 50-50. Everybody's supposed to do something.
Yeah, it's kind
of... Which is different. Yeah, how does it feel being taken care of?
And also it's like expected to be 50-50, which is strange.
Here we would be thinking no. You can, but it's
you
not a must.
But that's if you choose.
It's not a must. Oh,
yeah. This is
look
us
at that.
When we went back. Yeah, this is at the place I was saying, the community organization. It's here. That place is called Al-Kiblan Village. I was also raised there as a child, so growing up there was a very different experience, I think, than most Black Americans
Al-Kiblan,
have.
from the name Al-Kiblan, is like an indigenous name for Africa. You know that? That's what Al-Kiblan is.
Yes.
So that means this place gives you dreams. It gives you dreams of the real Africa. Real home.
Yes.
And we will talk about that. What are you most excited about relocating to Africa, moving to TZ?
For me, like the opportunities.
TZ, like you guys call it.
Yeah, TZ. The opportunities that are there. There's some amazing people to work with. There's amazing, like, upcoming things for Tanzania. There's a lot of things shifting with the youth. And I'm excited to be a part of that. Yeah,
you came at the right time, actually. There's a shift in Africa. And maybe where you come from, all these things are not new. What are you guys doing there?
Yeah, and so this is an example. So this is a Magawamoto theater group. They are a traditional East African Tanzanian dance and theater group. Please go back.
Yeah, that picture.
And so this company that I worked with to come here the first time, they had a workshop there, and this is at the performance that was at the end. So they invited me on stage to dance with them, so that's what is happening here.
This is you showing them how it's done.
Yeah.
Let's see.
One way or the other, you can say. So we were just... They have an atmosphere. They let you to be free, so you just come and dance.
That's one of the exciting things about being here in Africa.
Yeah.
What are you most nervous about relocating? I mean, you're leaving a whole life behind and starting something new. Are you nervous about anything?
I think the things that I'm most nervous about, I think I have passed already because I've been here almost 2 years.
Like 2 years? Okay, yeah. You're no longer a bride.
But the nervousness was probably the language, because in Tanzania they speak mostly Swahili.
Yes, and less English.
Yeah, not like Uganda. You can't just go to the shop and speak English.
Yeah, you can buy groceries in English.
Yeah, so in Tanzania it's not like that. You really have to learn the language, so that's the most hard part at first. Just learning the language, and I think also directions. I don't know, maybe this wasn't a American thing, because if you go to New York and LA, people are walking. But it's just because I'm from Detroit, which we call it the Motor City. It's cars. We mostly drive places. We don't really walk. So
you don't walk, and you don't do border. You know the border, the Okada.
Oh, me, I love border.
You love border. We will show you a picture of a border in a bit. I don't know if Stuart can get one for you of what a border, because I know today's audience is
a motorcycle.
But you need how it's done, like carry everyone. carry you and
yeah, the way they do it is different.
The way we do it, it's fun, by the way.
Yeah,
it's a lot of
very
fun. So, how does your family feel about you making the decision? Like, actually, both your families. Evo, your boyfriend, Evo Dewsbury, an American girl. Yeah. The American family feeling like, oh, our girl is going.
Yeah, so there's a lot of complexities there. Yeah. I'll start with my family. My family, I think they expected it a little because the way I grew up was Pan-African. Like, I grew up knowing that there is no division in black people. Yeah. We're all one people. We just live in different places. We speak different languages, but we're all one people.
We're one family. Yeah.
So that's how I grew up. Both of my parents taught me those kind of...
okay, we're going to get a better picture of that. I think the lower third has covered it, but yeah. Yeah, better.
Yeah, so
that's your mom and dad,
that is my mom
and you're the girl in that picture?
Yes,
the baby girl. The number is covering you, but yes,
the afro perfect. There.
Thank you, still.
And that's my older brother.
You had an afro as a baby. Ew, you had beautiful hair.
I had a lot of hair from you. Shout outs to my mom.
She gave
my
you
mom
the
has
hair.
The hair. You see this picture? That's her hair in the picture.
That's her hair.
Yeah.
What?
She has the hair gene, and her hair still looks like this. She has the nice hair. But yeah, so my parents instilled in me Pan-Africanism very young. So we didn't grow up thinking like Africa was poor. Yeah, none of these kind of
picture
concepts
that they would like to portray of Africa.
Yeah, so we didn't have that. So for me, I think like growing up with that, my parents expected at some point that I would leave. Especially I think after COVID happened. Things were changing. A lot of young people started traveling.
Yeah, the world.
Yeah. So they were like, I think it will happen. My mom expected. So this is me and my mom when we came back.
She don't change, no?
Yeah. This is
she hasn't changed. And you look like sisters.
Yeah.
You look like siblings. You and your mom. And I love that she supported you into knowing your roots all the way. That's beautiful. Yeah. That's amazing. So have you started learning any Swahili?
Swahili is there. I have learned a lot. Any Swahili listeners?
You can communicate in Swahili. So I'm going to need Evo, he doesn't have to come on set. So do some communication here with Evo in Swahili. Greet him.
Evo. Mambo. Salama. Safi.
Those are very few lines. You're whispering.
No, Swahili gani.
She, ladies and gentlemen, has nailed it.
What
is Swahili?
Swahili is question.
Questions. Oh, like what? So ask some Swalis. Ask a question. Tell him, do you love me?
They don't have a word for love. It's Swahili. Go back. Yeah. So okay, back to that. So on his family's side, I think they are happy that I have come here. Okay, I think that they're happy that I have come here because, like they can see the genuine love and care that we have in our relationship. And also, since we have been together, they have been coming to more shows. All of these things, they have been more supportive. So
this is your family in love.
Yeah.
This is your father-in-law.
This picture, the father is there, straight in the middle. That's him. And then next to me is his sister. We love Koku. That is Koku. And then on the other side is Derek. That is his brother. Yes. Shout outs to them. They're the best siblings. I won't lie. Yeah.
You are definitely having a time.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you plan to maintain your connections with your friends and family in the US as you are here now in Africa? I'm saying here, but we are in Uganda, and these guys they live in Tanzania.
Yeah. So the main way we communicate is WhatsApp. WhatsApp always. And then I'll try my best to visit 1 year. After 1 year or so, visit everyone, stay for some time. So I think that is like that is the best way to stay in contact with them, and really like just checking in on people, making sure everyone is okay. most of the people I stay close with are my siblings.
Yeah.
My brothers, my mom, my granny, most of those people.
Your grandma. You talk so much about, you've been telling me so much about your grandma.
Yeah,
we will actually get to talk about her because I noticed your grandma's teachings as, today's a Thursday, it's usually Throwback Thursday here. When we're doing like especially media work and just conversations. We're looking into growing up and the things your grandma told you. There's so much like what we did have here, and that is the beautiful grandma. So I think let's just dive into it. Anyhow, as here in our time as children, you needed to take a bath before food.
Yes, so not necessarily a bath. Some days she would say, some days she wouldn't say. But it's mostly like you need to wash your face, you need to brush your teeth before you come to the table.
Yes, now that is the African way.
Yeah. So
you cannot have any meal, any breakfast.
Every time we are with her. So like the way we grew up on, I don't know if it was weekends, but they planned it somehow. It was me, my older brother, and then my cousins. We would all be there, so it would be the four of us. So it was the grandchildren. We were all raised together. So we would spend time with her, usually maybe a weekend or longer. So it was there every day. She was like, yeah, did you brush your teeth? Did you wash your face? Okay, go back. Go back. You're not sitting here at my table.
What else are some of your favorite memories as a child? Growing up in the U.S. especially. Look at that. Look at that.
So this picture, this is from my brother's 8th grade promotion. They call it promotion now. They have changed the words, but it's graduation. This is because we have elementary school, we have middle school, and then we have high school in the U.S. And so middle school is from like 11 to 13. So he had just finished those 3 years. And he has a certificate in the hand, you can see.
I can see. So this is some of your favorite moments growing up.
Yeah, these are the cousins I was talking about that we grew up with. So yeah.
And what were there any challenges you faced in that period? Because the picture is life in the U.S. is soft, it's sweet, it's just
in that period. I think that time we were around the same size. As a girl, I don't know if you know any girls like this or if you can relate yourself. But as a girl, there's a thing that happens when you're a bit either taller or more developed than the girls that are your age. So me, that picture, can you bring the picture back? That picture, if he was graduating, he was 13. I was like 10 years old in this picture.
He's 3 years older than you.
Yeah. So, but you can see the size. So, if you are a girl who grew up a little bit bigger, and it's not that we're big. It's just like
this is what an African child is supposed to be healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're supposed, even an African woman, we are expected to be healthy.
Exactly.
So this skinny thing, I don't know where you guys get it.
It is US.
It's us.
It's American.
Yeah, you're supposed to be a healthy child, a healthy woman. Healthy one.
And that was the only time we were the same size. After that, he was taller than me. So,
are there any other family stories that you know that have been passed down through generations that are particularly meaningful for you?
I don't think
we don't have those. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about you and makeup. When did you first become interested in the beauty industry?
Okay, so actually throughout high school, I was doing cosmetology school for the last 2 years. So we have the first 2 years I didn't do, the last 2 years I did. And it was like 3 hours a day. You go to the class, you practice. During that time, my cousin was teaching me makeup. And so I was practicing at home. We had some times where we hung out together and we practiced. So these are just a few of the different looks that I did while during that time of learning makeup. My favorite is eyeshadow, if you guys can tell. I love to focus on the eyes.
On the eyes. It's unfortunate she's wearing spades. She can't see without her spades.
Yeah.
But she does the eyes.
I love to focus on the eyes. The eyeshadow is my favorite part. And also lips, but today I'm not wearing a lip. But yeah, even if you can see here.
I can see the eyes.
Yeah, the colors and the like dimensions. I always love those things. And so, yeah, my cousin really helped me to get into that. And it was also during COVID when we were kind of stuck in the house.
And you said, let's do something. Let's learn a skill.
Yeah, we learned something, so she taught me. And she's a makeup artist herself.
She must be proud of you.
Yeah, she's proud. Yeah.
That is so nice. So tell me something. Now that you told me you came from a Pan-African family, now I understand how your upbringing really connected you to today. How was Tanzania the first African country you came to?
Actually, yes, it was.
What kind of emotions did you feel the first time you landed?
When I first got here, first it was hot at the airport.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I think our first night here, I was just so amazed by the nature. Like, there was so much nature. This is our first day, so you can see my face. It's hot.
Arrivals.
But anyways, this is us, and then
this is
I'm wearing the same thing.
You wear but so you carried this. You still. I understand how emotional this must have been for you.
Yeah. So it was a great time. I was really blown away by the nature. Not just nature. We see nature in the U.S., but where I'm from is not tropical. So in the north, we don't have tropical things. So it was like seeing the tropicalness here.
And then living it.
And then going here, this is Kilimanjaro. Excuse me, guys. This was when we went to the lowest elevation mountain that they have, the waterfall. So you can see it there. I'm actually like, how do you call it? Walking distance. Like, I could have walked into the water there. So, yeah, it was a really
you
nice
knew this
hike.
is where you wanted to be.
Yeah, I was like, I have to stay. I cannot come back home from here. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And the universe had you, and the Lord had you from your heart, your mouth to the Lord's heart. Now, do you feel a sense of belonging, of home in TZ than you felt before in Detroit? Somehow.
Yes, it feels kind of the same. The belonging.
We're all black people. We just sing each other's, one family.
And because I have a community back at home, they're very welcoming, and they always make sure like we're okay. So I think that wasn't what was missing for me. It was just like different American things I don't like. Yeah. So.
What are some of the most meaningful experiences you've had so far in Tanzania?
In Tanzania, there's many, but I think on that trip, going with those people, some of the people, I think the people for me, it's not really memories; it's people that I get to meet, like very. Very important people like you, meeting you here in Uganda at Mufapendo stays, and some of our other friends that even brought us to coming back to Uganda. So for me, it's the people that I meet always that make me have the best memories. Yeah.
What advice would you give somebody watching and they're thinking they would want to reconnect with their with their cultural heritage and maybe relocate to Africa? I don't know what it's called. There's been a whole
repatriation.
Whole many black people looking for, especially from your generation, the young people, looking to just come back to Africa and see what the opportunities are and just connect with their heritage.
So I would say do it. Obviously, it won't be easy. Don't think that it will be the easiest thing you have ever done. It won't. There's this glamorization that we give to Africa.
That it's so easy. Life is affordable.
Yeah, because everything is cheap. It will be the smoothest journey. We still have a lot of healing to do as a people. So just know that when you come, but you will be welcomed. You will be safe. To me, that was the most important things.
Yeah,
so
you felt
take that,
safe.
Take that
home.
leap. Yeah. It's time.
Amazing. That was deep. Now, do you plan to continue working as a social media manager in Tanzania?
Yes, of course. Yes. Amongst other jobs, I plan me. I'm flexible. I don't have one thing that I feel like I can only do this one job and not the other one. So for me, I'm flexible, but that will always remain social media management. Yeah.
What platforms are very popular in Tanzania in terms of social media? Instagram.
Instagram is
they
popping.
love Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram is popping. TikTok.
Same here. TikTok is TikToking.
Yeah, there's people I've seen in Tanzania on TikTok from morning to night. They'll be selling clothes. You know how they have the shops. So they will be at home instead of being at the shop,
and they're making money.
Selling clothes on
making
TikTok.
deliveries.
I'm like, wow.
Same, yeah.
It's very smart.
The opportunities, the way people have learned to use social media right now for good, for business, it's just amazing.
It's smart, guys. We have to use your brain. You want to scroll on social media all day, but you can be making money at the same time. So
how do you see yourself growing personally, professionally in this new life in Tanzania?
Okay, personally, I feel like I have grown a lot. The continual growth is there. I still have more Swahili to learn.
Yes.
I'm not yet an expert. Also, I think financially, yes, I want to build a house, of course, with my fiance.
Yes, here we build.
Yes.
We build and we buy land.
Yes. So
do you guys buy land?
Yeah.
You also buy land?
Yeah,
I mean
in
Detroit.
The thing is they scam us. So they will tell you own the land, but then once they take the house, you have nothing.
Oh no.
Yeah. So you don't. So then this is the best place to invest. Own the land. Yeah.
If you invest here, you own it.
Yeah. So that's where I'm excited to go with that, and also for my social media to keep growing.
Bless you.
This year I made plans. Oh no. This year I made plans to become to create more content. So that is the main thing I want to do is create more content this year. So everywhere I'm going, I will be creating content.
Take some water. Sorry. Yeah, the production team is very active.
Shout out. Yeah, when you do a lot of talking,
yeah, it happens. I know.
So
sorry.
It's okay. No. So yeah, creatively, I plan to keep growing with creating new content, and everywhere that I go, I'm planning to take, like they say, glamorize your life. So everything you do is literally content, so there's no reason not to take it. So for me, that's another thing of growth.
Oh, and I love that picture. I love seeing you in a dira, like the African girl. You are now the African wife.
They call me Mzaramo.
Meaning?
Swahili people, you guys know what Mzaramo is.
What is Mzaramo? Their manager.
It's a
Aren't you supposed to be? By the way, speaking about Mzaramo, what's the word Mzaramo is?
No, it's a group of people. It's like a. Can you say a tribe? Yeah, it's like a tribe. They're in the coastal region where we live. They're the natives.
Oh, they say that they look like you.
Yeah, they say I look like them.
Like the Muzaramo. And by the way, she's a Mugole. In Uganda, we'd call you Mugole. She's recently engaged. And congratulations on your engagement. She is engaged. So tell me about, how did Everjuice propose? Can you share the story with us?
Okay, so so the story is funny. I was surprised.
The man went on his knee.
Yes. And I was very surprised because this was a performance, a personal performance that we had created together over a 3 month span of time. Now the time comes and we're getting close to the day of course it was at his family house, where he grew up. And so we get there. This day before, I was thinking of canceling my nail appointment. I was like, I want to go to it. I will just cancel. He's like, no,
I've done the whole
don't cancel.
Go for the nails.
When do you care about my nails?
And he's like, no, they need to be done.
Okay, fine.
So the nails were really done.
The nails.
We're going to see these nails.
And so I was just thinking of before that, I wasn't having any suspicions, but that was my first.
Oh yeah, and they were done beautifully.
That was my first suspicion.
This man was intentional.
Yeah.
He made sure the nails got done.
His sister, Koku, his sister helped him to pick the ring, and also my mom and my dad knew about the ring. Everyone
Except
knew.
you.
Only me, I didn't know.
Now that's a surprise.
But I was planning my own engagement.
What? What was the plan? What did you have in mind?
No, I didn't. I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Because
That time
we were
things
planning
were going on
together.
And you didn't know that you were working on your own engagement. So what are some of the things you love most about being in a relationship with a performing artist? Because you're a creative yourself. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the main thing is we get a lot of time to spend together. Because we have flexible schedules. Not because we just have time to not work.
And now you're here, you're working together, you're traveling together.
Yeah. It aligns because as a creative, you know, like we have that flexibility. If you're with someone who has a 9 to 5 or who's a doctor,
they'll not understand.
They don't have the same flexibility.
And what do you even get to talk about?
You won't be seeing each other, and then it's like
you'll all be bored.
How can I live with you and not see you?
Yeah, because what are you going to do at the hospital?
Exactly.
Fill forms. Oh my God. A Nairobi fly? I think so, but it's gone.
Anyways, guys,
we're back.
Yeah, we're back. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. And wait, what the rest of the engagement story? Yeah, so his dad was there. His dad and his dad's wife was there. His sister was there.
Everybody,
cousin, all of the close family was there, and my parents approved ahead of time. So,
I love your engagement story, and I did love the pictures, seeing him get down on the knee. I think we can get some more pictures from the engagement.
Yeah.
But as they're coming through, how has the engagement influenced your decision to move to Tanzania?
No, I was already moved here before that.
Oh, you had already come.
Yeah.
I
think that has helped me to solidify my decision to stay. Of course.
I like the height difference.
Guys, that was not planned.
Yeah, that was the plan growing up. Like you needed to look up at the man. You know, that's what the movies gave us.
That is
so you're living the dream.
That is how you know someone is a daddy's girl. Because even though my dad is short, I never thought of something like that in my head. But it came.
It came. Yeah. You're looking up there.
Yeah.
So it's good when you sing I love it. You're like, no, you don't mean it. And you're like, hey.
And then they just see you as a cute little small person.
Just there. And you're like, listen, as they're looking down to talk to you, listen.
Sometimes you have to get out your chair and stand up above them. Like, I'm very serious.
Like, I mean business. Like, in Dowry, why don't you listen? Why? What?
And then the more you do that, the sillier you look.
Why? Why?
And then the whole time we don't know.
I know.
Yeah.
This is
so that is our engagement pictures.
I love your engagement pictures. They are beautiful.
Yeah.
And you guys do have such a beautiful story. Have you started planning the wedding?
Yes, we have started.
You want to share some of the details for us? Can you envision that day?
No. The wedding is next year. In Tanzania. It will be in the main city, Dar es Salaam.
Oh, so we do have a reason to go down to TZ now. Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
it's
going to be a great wedding. I'm so excited.
So, how are you navigating the culture differences on this wedding? I mean, the way the Africans do things is different from you guys in the US.
Okay, so you know when you know the cultural differences are there in the relationship, you're just like, okay, as long as we figure them out between the both of us, we are fine. No, the families have to understand too.
Exactly. So, has your family felt any culture shock in here? With the way we do things in terms of marriage?
I think the main thing will be like, because my family is on the woman's side, right? Obviously. Yeah. But for us, marriages is for the woman.
What do you mean?
Like, the marriage is supposed to be about the woman. I don't know how to explain it, but in our culture,
about you?
In our culture, it's about the woman being.
And you guys do not take dowry, right?
No, we don't have a dowry thing, but
usually things. So you don't have to take any cows to the US.
No, but
we take cows.
He has requirements, but they're not from my parents; they're from me. But anyways,
that is the mahari, right? Yeah, the mahari. So the Tanzanian culture wedding is like you do it's like the way the Muslims do the nikah, right?
No.
Is it the same because there's this mahari as well?
No. Mahari is just the dowry. Yeah. That's the way that they plan the dowry, which is
So it will be
between
him
the
giving
two
the families. Yes.
But we're not doing that.
You're skipping that part?
Yeah, but the other thing for our culture, because the main thing is to have the blessing of the parents.
So what did you guys decide to send as dowry? Because what we do is we give something symbolic.
Have.
We can send a Bible, something just for. That's what we do here.
We don't have.
Just for the sake of it here.
For us, it will be the land that we have, like sharing that land, inquiring it.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be the main thing.
Oh, so your dowry is land. Girl,
yeah.
Girl. This boy is serious.
Yeah.
He giving land for dowry.
Yeah.
You. Evo. Is that look? Your look is not convincing, is it? I think it's like yes. You guys didn't know how serious I was.
So the way our culture does the weddings is the main thing is the blessing of the father.
Mm-hmm.
So the man is supposed to go to the father and ask for his blessing directly.
So your family is coming to Tizi?
Yeah.
They're all coming.
They're
your
coming
mom, your dad, your grandpa.
Everyone will be here.
What?
Yeah.
Detroit will be in
the house. And plus more. My cousins are coming. My aunties are coming. Yeah.
Everybody's coming.
Everyone's coming.
Oh, I love your family. You actually are like the African family.
Yeah.
We all go. Somebody's going somewhere. If it's a bus, we take the bus. If it's a flight, we take the flight.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. So everybody's coming with you to know where you're going.
Go back. So this is family. Back home, this is my mom's side. That's my cousin.
And all these guys are coming.
Yeah.
To the wedding.
Mm-hmm. My granny, my granny's there too. She is coming. My brother will definitely be there. Yeah.
Okay. So what have been some of the biggest lessons for you in this relationship, you know? There's been a lot of differences in the beginning, I can see.
Biggest lesson. I think it always goes back to me, some of the personal growth that I have. I think I don't know if every woman is like this, but there's sometimes when I feel like I'm not supposed to be vulnerable because, like, I don't know, when you're with someone every day you feel like you're vulnerable enough, but in a relationship there's not really a such thing. So like you cannot put limits on your love.
No.
So I think that's kind of like one of my biggest lessons.
Yeah, you just go with the flow.
Just go with the flow.
I like that.
Yeah.
The going with the flow is absolute. Stuart, how much time do we have? Because this conversation is it's just beginning to excite me. We could end up talking until tomorrow.
Yeah.
What? We have time. We do have time. So we've spoken about you married. We've spoken about your life growing up in the US. We've spoken about cosmetology. We've spoken about what haven't we spoken about? I feel like there's a lot to learn from you. Okay, now there's working with your partner, because it's like you guys are working together. How do you both see your careers growing now that you're together? And I feel like they go together. You know, you're in social media.
Yeah.
He's a performing artist. How do you see that?
So I think growing like together, one of the things of growing together as a couple is building business. Oh, guys.
Sorry.
Building businesses. And I really think that is something that strengthens a relationship. People don't really talk about building businesses together. So that's like where we're at. We're starting those things.
It's Money Thursdays. And
traveling.
Where was you guys here?
This is in my home in Detroit. This is we have it's called the Charles H. Wright Center. It's the National African American Museum. It's the one in our city. There's a few across the country, but it's the one. This is one in
Detroit. That's just nice.
Yeah, so that is us traveling. We're just starting, but it is coming along. This is me and my dad. Yeah. Your
parents are really young. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
Yeah.
So your parents are gonna grow with you and grow with their grandkids. And
of course.
The way you've grown with your grandma. And about the food, how have you found the food?
So.
I like that energy.
No, I'm joking. Food. Okay, so for us in US, we have a lot of different food, but the main food I think for me that I miss that we don't have here is soul food.
All right. So can you describe soul food for us? Oh, this is Tanzanian food. I just saw kachumbari and pilau there.
Yeah. So this is pilau here on the screen and kachumbari.
Brown rice and kachumbari is the tomatoes you see.
For Tanzania, that's like.
And somebody just removed the ugali. Why?
No, it's okay.
There's ugali and buzi, I think. Is that buzi?
So that is like the most spiced food in Tanzania. But for us, we are used to like a lot of spices and also a lot of different, like I think it's similar to Ugandan food where we have a
variety.
Platter. We have like five
some
different
meat, some
dishes.
vegetables, some
5 different things on one plate.
Yeah.
So I think my main thing is I'm used to that food and not having it. Sometimes I get very sad. Some of the stuff we can't make.
Like what can't you make?
Sweet potatoes. You guys don't have.
We have sweet potatoes. Do you love them?
No, the orange ones.
We have them as well. We can find them.
You have them here?
We have them here.
Are you sure?
Stuart, is it a lie? The ones
that are orange on the inside.
Yes.
In TZ they don't
They are here. You could have told me you wanted sweet potatoes.
Okay, so now in Uganda they have.
Yeah. In Uganda we have sweet potatoes. They have the white ones inside.
They don't have those.
But they have the sweet potatoes that are white inside. They're from Sorority. Yeah, there's a place called Sorority. Stuart tells me that's where the orange sweet potatoes come from.
Orange on the inside?
Yes.
Okay.
But the ones majorly easy to find are the ones that are just yellow on the inside or just
so
white.
For our culture, that's one of our staples. Sweet potatoes. The orange ones, not the white ones, guys. But those...
Yeah, they're very sweet. Huh?
And then our greens, we have greens that they don't grow here.
Which greens?
They only grow on that side. They're called collard greens.
Collard green?
Collard.
Like what? Like what's Spain? Can you, manager, help us get a picture of those collard greens? Because you might be thinking we don't have them. But we actually have these collard greens.
They have big leaves. That's what I know. They're not like kale. Kale is
yes.
It's curly. Yeah. We don't have. It's not like kale, but they have a specific flavor. That's why we like them.
I know, right? Today you'll have greens, but not collard greens. You're going to eat greens called nakati.
They're we cook them like this with bacon and onions. Everything has bacon and onions. If you're from the south.
Okay, so this is how they look. I like the look, but I'll try our own vegetables with bacon.
They're similar to ours, but to yours, but it's just a different, the different plant.
Yeah.
Plant. So
and even I like the idea of just having bacon in there.
It's so unhealthy, but it tastes so good. So
I use the bacon for the flavor.
You can use the bacon grease, or you can put the bacon in there. Bacon grease. That is the southern way. Everything has bacon grease in it.
So we get our bacon,
but
slice pieces.
It's not something to do every day. This is only special occasions.
Your one.
For southern people, you guys know cholesterol is high. We don't want that side. Only special occasions.
Stay warned.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Manager is really doing a good job. This is, by the way, our Evidos, our fiancé, working backstage with my producer, Stuart. To see that we get everything. We get a picture of what his baby girl is telling us.
Yes. And also, he has tried this food at home. I cooked it.
He loved it?
It takes more than 6 hours to cook.
Did you love it? He's laughing. He's saying, he's saying,
It takes more than 6 hours to cook.
6 hours.
More than
you
6
cook at night. You start cooking at night.
You need a full day. You start cooking from like 6 a.m.
Cooking what?
The food.
It's like Christmas food. How we cook on Christmas.
Yeah.
When you wait for Christmas, my husband is used. He yawns, comes down, says, "Can I take a Joyce card?"
Exactly. No, for us, our Christmas is like the Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate that Thanksgiving because it's about colonization, but we celebrate it with our traditional foods and spending time with each other. So you wake up from morning as a woman, you wake up from 6 a.m. You cook for the whole day. Family doesn't eat until 5 or 6 p.m.
What?
Serious?
What?
Yeah, it's a whole day of cooking.
That's
now,
Christmas
growing up
food.
as a girl, I didn't know that, but as a woman.
Now you're doing this, and you have to create the tradition for your kids as well.
Exactly. So that is soul food. So we have
this
fried
is like
chicken,
the Ugandan way. Fried chicken,
macaroni and cheese. The baked macaroni and cheese, not the one out of the box, not that one. Cornbread, dressing. We have peach cobbler. I'm pretty sure that is peach cobbler. This one on the side. Yeah. So you see how many varieties we have. It can be this or it can be more even.
And they so like the production has given us everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So this is the picture.
So this is
how you guys eat food. No,
it's not like
this looks like Eid.
No, this is our Thanksgiving. If you come to US on Thanksgiving, you go to a black person's house.
This is it. Everybody has baked and and there's plenty.
Yes, and you eat a lot.
You eat like a king.
Yeah, you
like
eat,
a rich farmer.
You eat more than once. By the time you go, we even take plates home. Family takes plates home. There's more than enough food.
Yeah, otherwise it's gonna go to waste. No, it can't go to waste. It will be refrigerated.
It's amazing. Yeah, no, the food can never go to waste. If you don't give to you, your cousins will come over.
Somebody's going to take.
Someone will take it. Yeah.
All right. So tell me, and you do. Let's talk about. We've spoken about food. We've spoken about outfits, and I did share a video of you wearing the dira.
Yeah.
And and in Evo's interview, we did see a picture of you being covered with a lace. I think you guys call it a kanga, something.
Yeah, and in Swahili they call it the kanga.
So we've spoken about the outfit, and maybe you being in cosmetology, we've not spoken about makeup trends. What do you see in Tanzania?
There's very little makeup I see on that side. Definitely more here in Uganda. They don't do a lot of makeup. I think, to me, there's room for improvement because usually when I see the makeup, it's not matching here. Like
we usually walk here and then leave the
neck. And I'm like, guys, come on, your face can't be light skin and
lighter than your neck.
Dark skin. It's not possible.
So that's what's usually happening.
So
that's the trends we are dealing with or working with.
Sometimes you just see in your like color correction too. We just get a little color correction because your face. The thing is, it's about balance. Your face is supposed to be sometimes it's lighter than your neck, right? Which is fine. But you have to put the right dimensions of color around. Because on the outside of your face, it's darker down here. On the outside here, it's darker. So it shouldn't be light on the inside of your face and then light at the bottom. It doesn't make sense. So,
and actually, I remembered something. I know you've really worked hard to fit into the African setting. Like, of course, because of the you come from a different environment. How are you able to balance maintaining your own identity while embracing your fiance's culture and of course that of the community where you're settling in TZ? You guys are in Dar es Salaam, or you're in Dar es Salaam?
Yeah, no,
I know his village is Bagamoyo.
We're in Bagamoyo, which is like a coastal region. It's not the village, but his village is Bukoba.
Bukoba. So I was mixing the two.
Yeah.
So his village is Bukoba, and then you guys are in Bagamoyo.
Yeah, Bagamoyo is very Muslim. It's Muslim dominant. So most of the time, I won't lie. I have had to change the way I dress,
wardrobe,
just so that I can be a bit more respectful. Yeah. You know, because especially during Eid, people are worshiping and all of that stuff, so it's not proper. And that kind of thing has happened, and so for me, things like outer things like clothing, hair, makeup, those kind of things can change. It doesn't change who I am on the inside, but some of my core values, some of the things I was taught, the things I was raised to know, that those things won't change. So for me, that's how I keep the balance.
Have you ever felt homesick? Like you're missing Detroit?
So many times. It usually happens around holidays. Because people start posting the food.
Soul food.
People start posting.
Why don't you start the soul food culture in your home for yourself? With the things that are available.
No, because it doesn't taste right. It doesn't taste right. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, some of the things just aren't the same. Like the cornbread, the sweet potatoes, those things will be missing. I can make macaroni and cheese. I can fry chicken. You know, fried chicken is everywhere. We can fry chicken. But
that's the life in Detroit. These
are my brothers. Wait, go back.
Yeah, that.
These are my brothers. So I have a story with this picture. This picture, I like to call it the Three Musketeers picture. They don't I don't know if they think of it like this, but me, I always thought of the three of us like the three musketeers because we're all 3 years apart. So my older brother is 3 years older than me, and me, I'm 3 years older than my younger brother that's there.
Wow.
So, but it's only the three of us. All the rest of the children have different age gaps, whatever. So
this is Detroit.
Yeah, we were at the birthday party of our cousin. She themed it Hawaiian theme, so that's where we're wearing the.
You all had the flowers on.
Yeah.
And you all felt like you're living in Hawaii. What is this?
This is another Kwanzaa event.
So tell us about Kwanzaa. What is Kwanzaa? Okay. Before we get to see the event.
Exactly. Okay, so Kwanzaa is an African American holiday that we made based off of African traditions and principles. Okay. So it is in Swahili. The whole I guess concept of the holiday is in Swahili. It's celebrated from December 26th, the day after Christmas, until January 1st.
How many days are those?
7 days.
It's a whole week of Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Is that week is like a party week? There's no work in the
It's not party. It's like serious community work. Oh. Because we're trying to. The point of it is to get us to bond together, to become one community and stop the division between our people.
Oh, so then you're doing social work.
Yeah.
This is where everybody becomes a change maker.
Exactly. Yeah. And so
at the community level.
Each of these, you see there's 7 candles. There are these colors, red, black, and green. Yes. And then there's the principles here.
Kumba,
Ujamaa, Kujichagulia, Umoja, Ujima,
yes, Swahili words,
Nia, and Imani. Yes. So these are Swahili concepts. And we made them into our communities so that we can continue to become better people. And should I explain what each one means?
Briefly.
Okay. So Moja, the first one, is togetherness, of course, and the direct translation is like one. So unity. It's unity. And Kujichagulia, self-determination. That is, for us, we use it as a way to determine our own lines and define ourselves outside of the white community and European standards that have been put there for us. And so you're even dealing with a neo-colonialism because now that it's no longer we have a summary here. Yeah, so it's there. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. That one is like, as a community, we have things to do. So it's kind of like we divide them between each person, and we are able to come to how do you call it? Get things done better that way. Ujamaa, cooperative economics. That is when we always say support black businesses. You have to support your brother's business, your sister's business, your mom's business. Everyone in the community has a business. We should all support each other. That way, the money comes back to us. Yeah. So that's how we believe. And Nia's purpose. That one is self-explanatory. Yeah. Kuumba, creativity. That's when we usually come out with the people that are artists. They give us songs. They give us like meaningful work. And Imani is faith. So for us, we still have that faith in there. Different religions are there, of course, even in our communities. But we still are one people. We have to have faith together. So
I love that. So I love this Kwanzaa. I've never understood Kwanzaa because I always saw it. And in the Kwanzaa, these are the symbols. Okay, so there's corn.
So there's zawadi. The zawadis is the gifts. The gifts are supposed to be handmade gifts that or meaningful gifts, so they can be books. They can be, I don't know, even like a basket that is weaved. Something those are for the children. The muhindi are the corn. So there's usually ears of corn. This is all on the table. And it's supposed to be...
So these things are supposed to be brought on a table as I'm seeing them there.
Yes. Like
you light the candles.
To be set on the table.
You put corn. You put a candle holder, a wooden one, I guess. You put the mukeka, which is the mat. We do have mukekas here. I think in every African home there is one. You've seen the mats here.
Yeah, but this mukeka goes on the table. It goes under the... Everything goes on top of the mukeka.
Then there's a chikombe there.
Yeah, kikombe cha moja. That one we drink. We do like kind of like a cheers. We all drink from the same cup.
Okay.
And then back to the muhindi is supposed to represent the amount of children you have or the amount of children you want to have in the family.
So you bring you remove the maize seed?
It's the dried one.
Oh, it's dried already.
Yeah,
okay.
It's the dried one. It's not the fresh corn. Yeah.
Interesting how this tradition came.
Yeah.
But I can see a collection of African beliefs in there. So it's a big deal.
So it goes back to like very traditional things. Yeah.
So it became 7 days of just reminding Black community of who we are, our unity, our what. Wow, you just took us to school, and what is this? Oh, these are the 7 principles of Kwanzaa.
Yes.
Okay. So you just took us through them. I'm telling you, the producer has done a great job.
Yeah.
This is producer Evodius, our fiance. Our fiance.
Yes.
He's helping
No,
Stuart
that's our.
here.
No, I'm joking.
I wanted to see what you're gonna say. Yeah, that's a smart girl, not our.
on purpose.
Be careful.
No. So Kwanzaa is very serious for us, and there are black Americans who don't celebrate, who don't know about it.
Who don't know about
serious. To me, I don't think it should be like that.
Yeah,
you should
every Black
always
family. So you plan to take these traditions to your kids?
Of course, yeah. It's to start it with my grandmother. Not my mom's mom, my dad's mom. She's not here. She's passed.
Oh, and
but
she
started it. Yeah.
And
see, this is my dad's setup. At
the
his own
Kwanzaa
house.
setup.
Go up a little bit. Bring it up. Yeah.
Okay, so
you
this
can
is
see
the basket.
Fruits.
It's sitting on mkeka.
Yeah.
These are African books.
Yeah, and you see the muhindi, the corn is there. Everything is there. The candles.
Yeah, I see the dry corn.
Candle holder.
I see apples. I see bananas.
All of those. Those are the symbols.
Oh, these are the symbols of Kwanzaa. Oh wow, I love this. Stuart, you're saying something. Okay, so and that flag, those are the colors.
Yes, that is our Black American flag. Yeah, it's called Pan-African flag.
That's the Pan-African flag.
Yes.
It's interesting. When I was in high school, we had clubs, and I joined the Pan-African club.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm still learning about Pan-Africanism in a very interesting way. So time is running out, and maybe as we wind out, we'll do just 2 questions. What has been your biggest lesson since you relocated?
Biggest lesson I think is the healing that we still have from the traumatic event of slavery, of course. That because a lot of generations just continued, we didn't heal because we continued for survival.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of hurt in our hearts, a lot of hurt in our culture. All of these things we have carried, we didn't know. But coming here, it directly heals whatever that is.
When you come to the land, you feel like I am finally on the land, and this. And
healing is not peaceful. So there's a lot of pain that is there. This picture that's here is when we were in Zanzibar, and this was showing us the slave caves that were there. This was the space they had.
This is where they would keep them.
So you can see the ceiling.
Yeah.
To that.
No escape route.
That was the space. So like being there really taught me this happened to a lot of us, and I think in US they don't even talk about the East African slave trade. Yeah,
they don't. They mainly speak about the West African one. I think they're a big number, maybe.
Yeah, and it's not a lot of because East African people are not many there, so they don't talk about it. But that's my major lesson.
Wow. So Akila's story for me did highlight the importance of financial planning, because she did show us that she did do some savings. She went back with a mission to return. I think this is what I want to do. Yes, I'll have the support of my fiancé, but I need to have a plan. And you just did show us that, managing and, love and finances. I mean, you showed us that it's possible when you move for love. You don't just see it on yourself. Yeah. You do something. You also as a woman, because anyway, the African way is now he takes care of business. Okay, the traditional way. Yeah. But now it's a different way that we're doing things, and you've showed us that it's even very possible to build a new career and to do all these things. So really, there's a lot to take away from your show today. What's your final word? Something that maybe we didn't talk about, or you would have loved to say, send shouts out to certain people, especially now that you're so far from home?
Yeah. I want to say thank you to my community, our Kivulan village, and really my mom. My mom talks to me every day.
She is purposing.
Because
she's intentional with her parenting.
Exactly. And honestly, I feel like I couldn't have had a better family to support me. So I appreciate all of those people. And also Evo's family, thank all of you, the Rechungura family, and Koku, Derek, Babarechu, all of these people for helping me feel at home in TZ. Yeah.
And I know you're a daddy's girl. Yeah. You don't say something to daddy?
No, like my dad is there. He's part of my community. He gave us that community, so yeah, I appreciate him as well, of course. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It's been a beautiful show. And if Stuart, the producer, hadn't, we were still gonna go. We were still going.
Of course.
But time is up, unfortunately. I do look forward to hosting Akila again. Talk about the different things. But thank you. You did take us to school. You introduced something. I always saw Kwanzaa, especially during the Kwanzaa period. On Canva, I used the Canva app a lot. Happy Kwanzaa, and I'm thinking, what's this? And I'm skipping. But I just understood the significance and how important it is for we African people to know these things and keep the Africanness going, our roots, our culture. Because that's, even trees have a family.
Of course.
Because that's the only way you're able to identify the tree. It belongs in this family. In the eucalyptus tree family.
From these roots.
Yes.
Not from that other tree.
In the coniferous family. Yes, like that. So if trees and grass and flowers have a family and roots, how about us humans?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you for your story. It was so inspiring. It's not just about love, but it's about you even staying true to your roots and to your belief. And you being open to learning. And you're speaking Swahili already. And we have African people in Africa, in Uganda, in East Africa, Tanzania, Kenya, who are raising their kids not to speak any language apart from English.
No,
so we should be ashamed of ourselves.
This is very bad. You have to keep your traditions. And I also feel like be welcoming. If you see someone is from US or UK or whatever outside of Africa and they have come back, please welcome us
and show them love. And
we only want to help. We want to grow with you guys. That is our point of coming here. So yes. So
take care of yourself. Do subscribe to the channel. We'll appreciate your love. Every subscription, every like, every comment. Meanwhile, if you commented during the live, I don't know, manager, are you able to see any comments on the live? If you commented during the live, okay, they'll come after. If you comment during the live, the comments disappear, but you can comment after. Then we'll have them back, and then your girl Killer will see them. And I know her family and friends, and you who is learning on the life of relocating, I hope there will be so much for you to learn and to be inspired. Even if you're not moving, I was inspired by your story.
Thank you
for sharing. I learned so much about you and your culture in the US, and we're so similar. All right.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye, guys.
Ciao, ciao. Ciao, buddy.